answer.
Okay, so for your awareness, your banks have opted out of Paycheck Protection Program forgiveness,
Excuse me, that is incorrect.
I'm sorry, I'm just having a tough time. This is about $25.2 billion in loan amounts in your bank, correct? And
Not anymore. No, it's down
but
there.
at
Hey y'all, welcome back. What you just saw was a perfect example of what happens when gotcha politics meets real-world facts. AOC walked into that hearing room ready for a viral clip. She had her binder, her talking points, and she was ready to paint this Bank of America CEO, Brian Moen, as a villain. There was just one problem. The CEO came with facts. She was expecting a fight, but she got an accountant. Her whole line of attack just completely falls apart. She came in loaded for bear and found out the job was already done. It's brutal, and we're going to watch that for 5-minute exchange. And then we'll break down just how badly this backfired. If you're tired of political theater and love seeing facts win the day, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and ring that bell. All right, let's roll the full tape.
I want to dive a little bit into the Paycheck Protection Program and a bit of what we've seen afterwards. I have one of 3 reports here that I'd like to present today, a Forbes report detailing some of the revenues that banks have made during the Paycheck Protection Program. And also digging into a little bit of the fact that when it comes to loan forgiveness, Small Business Administration recently opened a portal for small business owners to appeal directly with them for forgiveness. Chase, Bank of America, and PNC have opted out of that direct program. Is that correct, Mr. Demchik, Mr. Diamond, and Mr. Moynihan?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm not aware of it.
I'm not aware of the answer.
Okay, so for your awareness, your banks have opted out of Paycheck Protection Program forgiveness,
Excuse me, that is incorrect.
with the portal with the SBA. Thank you. I was trying to finish my sentence. Now, I would like to zero in a little bit on Bank of America. Mr. Moynihan, are you aware of how many PPP loans your bank has facilitated on behalf of its customers?
About 400 and almost 500,000, and 95% are forgiven or repaid already. Mm-hmm. And we're finishing up the rest of them.
How many of those loans, in terms of the percentage, have those loans been forgiven in full as opposed to in part?
The ones that are forgiven are mostly, vast majority be forgiven in full.
In full. What we're starting to see here with some reporting in The Intercept, and this is just one reason why I was curious about the numbers, is that we're starting to see that Bank of America is refusing to forgive some PPP loans in full, but in terms of the portal that Bank of America have set up, it's very difficult to appeal these decisions. And in fact, what we're seeing is that Bank of America had pre-populated a forgiveness amount in their portal, sometimes drastically lower than small business owners had anticipated and had qualified for. And in instances where these small business owners have documentation, there's very little recourse or appeal. Does your portal make it easy to appeal their decisions so that after 2 attempts, the SBA can then take over the case?
Borrowers can appeal. 95% of loans are forgiven and repaid today, so we're only talking about 5% of loans, and a substantial part of those are going through the appeal process as we speak. And so the borrowers can appeal, and we're in the process of finishing up that last 20,000 or so loans. It's a small amount of loans, and they're finishing.
And to certify that 95% is a full forgiveness amount percent?
Forgiveness or repayment. Some of them,
Full forgiveness, not partial.
the vast majority are full forgiveness, but I can get the data to you.
So is the 90, I apologize, not to, belabor the point, but is that 95% a partial loan forgiveness or a full loan forgiveness rate?
They're getting what the borrowers are applying for the forgiveness entitled in the program. 95% of them have gone through or repaid. And The vast majority of them are full forgiveness, but they're entitled to what the program designed. The government designed the program, and we implement the program. Very short notice. 500,000 people, 10,000 people working on this program.
And
Easter weekend working on the program to help those borrowers at the time. And so we're finishing that up. It's just let the process go. And a lot of what you're reading, frankly, is not the facts because it's old. It doesn't understand how the math works. And so just give us some time. We'll give you the facts, and you'll see it.
yeah,
It's all
so
in the public.
what is the reason that Bank of America chose to opt out of the SBA portal?
I can get somebody to give you that. I have no idea of whether, I told you before, I'm not sure we did or didn't, and I have no idea why they would have made the decision, but we are processing loans as fast as anybody.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I'm just having a tough time. This is about $25.2 billion in loan amounts in your bank, correct? And
Not anymore. No, it's down
but
there.
at one point in time, and so we are looking, and so you're uncertain as to why the bank has not chosen to enroll in the SBA portal?
I said we will get you the information. The amount of loans we have left on this thing is a billion or so. It's down to very little amount.
No worries.
It's all paid back. It's all through. The team did a great job, and we're happy to supply the information to you.
Man, oh man, where do you even start with that? Let's just break down the dynamic here because it was a work of art. 1, the gotcha that got away first. You see her try to set a trap. She comes in with this fact that the bank's opted out of the SBA portal, trying to imply they're going rogue and hiding something, but she gets shut down immediately. One of the CEOs just flat out says that is incorrect. She's clearly flustered right from the start. She had to backpedal and clarify, but the damage was done. Her big opening salvo was a dud. 2, when the script becomes useless. This is the key moment. She moves on to her main attack based on our report from The Intercept of all places. She's got this entire narrative built up about how the bank is cheating small businesses and denying forgiveness. But then she makes a fatal error. She asks the CEO for the numbers, and Moahan just calmly detonates her in a rest script. He explains that 95% of the loans are already forgiven or repaid. You can just see the air go out of her entire gotcha moment. Her big crusade was about a problem that was 95% solved. She's basically storming the beaches 3 years after the war ended. Heisman talking about a crisis. He's talking about paperwork. He's talking about the last 5% of cases being processed. Competence just steamrolled her narrative. 3, the scramble and the dolt in the room. So now her script is useless and she's scrambling. She has to find something to be mad about. So she gets stuck on this minor detail awful versus partial forgiveness. You can't see her trying to find a new angle, any angle to make him look bad. But he just stays calm. He's the adult in the room. He keeps reminding her that the bank is just following the rules that Congress wrote. It's not a conspiracy. It's just myth. He's literally telling her, we're implementing your program for the I have no idea takedown. This is the final nail in the coffin. She's lost on the 95% argument. So she goes back to the portal demanding to know their Azane opted out. She's praying for a shady answer. And his response is the most honest and most brutal answer Heck could have given. I have no idea. I can't get someone to find out for you. Ayo just explodes. She thinks she's caught them acting like it's a massive cover-up. What she doesn't get is that that's how a real organization works. The CEO of $1 trillion company isn't supposed to know which software portal the IT department chose for a temporary government program. That's not his job. His job is the 10,000 feet view. And his view was clear. We had to spin this upon very short notice. I put 10,000 people on it. They worked over Easter weekend. And we're 95% done. He's a manager. He's a leader. He's not in two weeds on a software decision. And he shouldn't be. He trusts his team. AOC is trying to frame basic delegation as a scandal. And it just makes her look completely clueless about how the real world operates. Conclusion. The final word. He just finishes her off so calmly. She's stuck in the $25 billion number. And he just says, not anymore. It's down to $1 billion or so. It's all paid back. The team did a great job. He's not even defensive. He's proud of his team and she has nothing left to say. This is the perfect snapshot of modern politics. Check him in for a performance for a environment of outrage. He came in with a status report. And in the end, facts, competence, and reality will always beat feelings and outrage. She was so busy reading her script that she never bothered to ask, hey, is this still even a problem? What a clinic. That's my take, folks. She came for a fight and got an accounting lesson. What did you think? Was this the humiliation or just a really bad day at the office for AOC? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching.